So this idea of paying teacher peanuts is really telling on our economy. Now we don't have fully baked graduate now. People come out to just result that is not, you can't even boast of that result because people giving out those ideas that are not being taken care of.
I do lessons a lot because of my subject area.
Yeah, but ordinarily, if you were duly compensated, you do as much as that.
No, I won't lie. 11 p.m. when I'm feeling sleepy.
Yeah, supposed to be resting.
After closing from work, that I'm tired.
Like my colleague over here, he said something about the fact that he has to do a lot of side hustle to add it to what he has. I look at it like multiple streams of suffering. There are a lot of people out there who could impact the educational sector meaningfully, but they are running away from it because they feel that the moment you are a teacher in Nigeria, you have been tagged a loser.
Currently, there are no good teachers again. They are becoming scarce.
So they are leaving.
Yes, they are leaving. I'm about leaving.
Hi everyone, welcome to Teachers Timeout, the #1 podcast for teachers where we discuss real issues. We step away from the chaos of the classroom. Here is Beyond the Classroom. I am Ivy Alagovia, your host, and here with me on set today is
Pamela Amadi. I work with the early years, trying to build a foundation for the children. And then we hope as teachers, we have a solid foundation and a platform to sell the children to the world.
Welcome, Ma. We're glad to have you here with us.
Thank you.
And I'm Judge Steven. I'm a mathematics teacher for the upper primary. And I'm here to throw more light on some of the challenges affecting our educational sector.
I'm glad to have you here, Mr. Steve.
All right, and I am Achimugu Daniel. I take mathematics and further mathematics for senior secondary, preparing students for external exams, basically SSC, JAM, and the likes. Thank you.
Welcome, Mr. Daniel. We're glad to have you here at Teachers Timeout. Okay, so today's topic sparks debates, raises eyebrow and stirs up emotions. And for me, I feel this topic had long been left untouched. Nobody talks about it. And it's teachers' pay. How much really is too much or too small? Now, sometimes I keep wondering, should teachers be paid according to the effort they put in, or according to how much the school has, or how much the government can offer? What do we think? If that would be Mr. Steve.
This is a very interesting question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, coming to the aspect of teachers' pay, there's a lot of factors that need to be considered.
Do that here.
Yeah, looking at the present economy of Nigeria, I don't want to compare us to other countries around the world.
Why? I think we should do that comparison.
Because the economies are not just the same.
That's not mean we should suffer.
Yeah, but if you ask me,
Yeah.
I feel that teachers deserve more. And if the government is to really look into it, I think teachers should be paid way above the minimum wage, because
Okay.
you need to consider the energy put into teaching, managing these children, the workload, it's really draining. And if we can't really look into that practically and see that there's a lot of work to be done in that aspect, then probably be getting it wrong. So if you ask me, I would prefer that teachers be paid just like every other job abroad where they pay hourly. I would say
it will happen even in our children's time.
I would suggest probably look into that, because I believe that if you look at let's just look into the calculation concerning the minimum wage and how we feed in this country. Let's look at it holistically. You realize that there's a lot of things that need to be worked on, especially to put a plate of meal on your table. And now it costs about, to eat a proper meal, let's say in the morning, to eat a proper meal costs about 1,400 naira.
And that's when you're managing.
Yes, that's when you're managing. Let's say 1,000, let's say to 2,000 naira. So imagine someone that has to eat 3 times in a day. You put that into calculation, then for a month, you now want to pay a teacher 70,000 naira or 50,000 naira salary. You are like missing the point, because such a person would have a lot of challenge. Like, to deliver efficiently will be a problem, because someone who is not even eating properly, how do you expect him to go to the classroom and be able to deliver to the expectation of the management. So the children will suffer because a hungry man is an angry
man, right?
So when someone is hungry, so there's a lot of challenges over there. That's why I look at it. So I would prefer that teachers be paid hourly because we spend a lot of time in the school. Sometimes you see there's this excessive workload, this paperwork,
overtime, take them home.
So and you see sometimes you see some schools the closing time is 4, 5, even 6 o'clock. You spend so much time in the school environment. So when you go home, you're already exhausted. And the pay is not really encouraging. So you can see that there's a lot of things that need to be considered. So to me, so to say, I prefer that teachers be paid hourly.
That's hourly in Nigeria.
Yes, I think they need to really.
Hope people will understand. The government will see this hourly. We will need to pray. Mr. Daniel.
Okay. Considering the efforts that teachers put in to build minds and raise people who will run the country in the nearest future.
Yeah.
And I think they should be considered. One of the things I look into when I'm talking about the standard of a school is the salary of the teacher. That's the first thing I consider. There's someone who consulted me recently. He wanted to set up a school, and within that environment, he asked how much is the school that pays highest within that environment. So we had to make our findings. We discovered that the highest pay within that environment was 50,000 naira. So he told me to start up the school. He will start up paying 60,000 naira.
Was that recently?
Yes, that was recent. I think
like 2025.
2 years back or so. Yes, when he was about setting up the school. Yes, that's what he was considering about before setting up the school. And my own take is at times, if the people who are left teaching now are people who do it for passion, that's what, yes, and other benefits. Like
what are the other
seeing the result, this motivation you get when you see the result of students. If you are someone who likes making impacts in the life of people, when you see them doing well, there's a way you feel. It's priceless. That feeling is priceless. When I had a student that wrote JAM and got 90 over 100 in mathematics in JAM, I felt I couldn't eat the whole of that day. I was so excited. I called him, I hugged him. It was beyond my salary. So these are some of the things we consider. If we want to look at the monetary aspect, I think every school should look at how much fees the students are paying in and how much. Most schools, it's only 10% of the number of students and pupils that are the workforce. If we have, let's say, 400 students in a school, for instance, we have 40 teachers, because most of this, if I'm coming from the private school now, most of these private schools we have around, they will make you teach at times 2-3 classes.
Those ones are 90, but 2 things.
They will make you teach other subjects. The school I went to, they told me that the outside maths, what can you teach? I said, these people, you are just whining me. I knew where they were going to, so I say it's only maths I know. I don't know anything. They say, how about other sciences? I say, no, it's only maths that I take. I don't go into other. So if a school, for instance, that has over 400 students and each child is paying, let's give an instance now, 200,000 naira as school fees. And out of that 400 students, you have 40 teachers. And a teacher cannot go home with a child's school fees at the end of the month. Then it's very, very wrong. Yes, that's very, very wrong.
Yeah. If I may come in,
yes,
teachers should go paid in the first place. I remember in 2013,
yeah,
the House of Rep made a proposal that for primary school sectors, they should be able to pay their teacher the minimum wage they should at least, I think, 200,000 naira. For secondary, 500, that's 500,000. And for tertiary, as in university, at least the minimum should be 1 million to start with. This thing,
Are you talking about the total expense or the take home?
as
Take
a
home
minimum,
for a teacher?
yeah, the proposal the House of Reps passed, that was in 2013,
Okay.
they're yet to really work on it. Now, if they could have that vision, it's very possible. Because what we do is that we're like second God on earth, trying to build great minds. And how do we start that? It comes with the brain. And when the brain is not well fed, you have a mental challenge.
Exactly.
That is what teachers go through all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm not well paid. I'm doing a lot with my brain. And you see, if you don't do that, the growth of the economy will start dropping. The education system sector will start dropping. So let us really, this issue have to be reconsidered and been reviewed again and again. Teachers, especially our Nigerian teachers. I don't talk about Africa, let alone the other parts of the world.
Let's talk about
Focus on our own country. We should be paid in the sense that when you give more, you will receive more. To whom more is given, more is what is expected, right? So this idea of paying teacher peanuts is really telling on our economy. Now we don't have fully baked graduate now. People come out to just result that is not, you can't even boast of that result. Because people giving out those ideas that are not being taken care of. At least from our budget or from our review in Nigeria, we should be able to look at the educational sector, where the salary are really fat, not just there, but well taken care of. A welfare for the teacher package should be looked into so that what we're giving at is coming out the good results. So we're already begging, using this medium or platform to beg that this proposal that was made should be looked into. I will be so glad that it's been done. I think everybody will smile home, and when teachers are smiling home, things are really taking place. Things will take place in the sense that the economic system of the country will be a top notch, where you now have children who can do things on their own, not just doing it, but it's selling all over the country, all over the world. Now, children go out there to give out their talent out there because it costs money. People start running out, they call this, is in Japan, they call it, or whatever. Yeah. Because for pay, once the pay is encouraging, people will stay back to give more idea. But when it's not there, things start what?
So what we're encouraging now, what are we looking at? I was thinking, when we say encouraging, what can we really say?
As in the money wise, or
yeah, it's money. We're taking money.
The actual amount for teacher to be paid.
Yes.
Well, I just said something. Proposal that was made.
I feel that proposal is on the high side. This Nigeria that we're in, I think let's be more realistic, right?
They won't pay that.
I know they will not pay that, but we're just saying it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible, but can we just advise school owners and those school heads, school management, probably we should make a proposal of something that's realistic, right?
Yes. Like what I said, if the population of a school is 400 and approximately 10%, that's 40 teachers are working in that school. So a teacher should be able to go home with at least a child's school fees every month. If the school fees is 350,000, you know that for that month, every month, a teacher is going home with 350,000. One of the greatest form of investment is the mind.
But why would you think that visible? I don't think that's visible. You can't go within a child's school fees. I'll say, how about that overhead to real maintenance and every other thing?
Yeah, the one thought like the institution fee.
I know.
Yes.
It's you okay, not
the tuition fee. Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, Mr. Daniel, when you were speaking, you talked about something that gives you joy. You said give us, but I wanted to tell you that I think it's for you.
Okay, I'm alone.
No, because I come on, yes, of course, when a child does well, we are happy, but that doesn't give us food to eat. So I thought you were going to even talk about and teachers doing less in other forms, because in Nigeria, I find out that teachers, they do lessons to meter, and
yes, I do.
Sometimes it affects their normal school work.
I do lessons a lot because of my subject area.
Yeah, but ordinarily, if you were duly compensated, will you do as much as that?
No, I won't. I won't lie. There's a lesson I do for someone in the US.
Okay.
I have to start that lesson from 11 p.m.
when I'm feeling sleepy.
Yeah, supposed to be resting.
After closing from work, that I'm tired. That's when they are settling down from school. That's their 5 p.m. That's my 11 p.m. I'll bring out my system, my phone. I'll connect, and my eyes will be eating me. Why? Because I need to buy pamper. I need to take care of my family. So it's because of the system that we find ourselves in. Do those extra things. I still take I teach Open University students year 1 for their study center. Also, I do all of that. I do lessons, private home lessons, just to meet up with what the school management is offering me. So I think what they're offering is not enough. Why I'm saying their performance encouraged me is because there are times that's what I take home. If I look at the pay,
yeah,
I can
be discouraged.
Yes, I can do only these lessons and all of these external extra work, and then try to survive on them, because there are times that's what even keeps me going. It's not the salary from where I work, but where I work is the results that I get. Over the years, I've had students that gotten scholarships abroad. Yes, I have 2 now. One is studying medicine in Russia. She got admission. She got 6A1. She got A1 in maths and further maths.
Amazing.
Up till last week, the mom still called me. The mom checks on me every time. She'll say, send me your account number. Okay, that also. There are times some good parents.
Some good ones, exactly.
Yes, that's. They don't forget the effort of the teacher that you put in. They try to compensate and try to keep you going. Yes, that's where good parenting comes. Parents who are involved.
Exactly.
Yes, sure. So that's it.
Okay, so Mr. Steve said a hungry man, right? There's an hungry man, and I could tell that line, right? So many teachers are really angry and hungry. They're hungry and they're angry at the same time. And I think it's even affects some of them, their delivery, and it goes a long way to also affect the children. More than they even vent their frustration on these kids. So what can we say? Why we are hoping that the government, the school heads, those in exactly, that they'll do something. What can we tell our angry fellows and hungry fellows? Yeah.
And that's a very interesting question.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting one.
We keep waiting for the government to do something for school heads.
Like my colleague over here, he said something about the fact that he has to do a lot of side hustle to add it to what he has. I look at it like multiple streams of suffering, because after you have after you suffer, so I'm suffering now. After you have suffered so much in the morning, up till evening, you have to go back again and start more. It's just like multiple streams of suffering.
Line before.
So I feel that if we are to really look into the educational sector, because just like you said, it's not really factual for you to see the government should start paying up to 500,000. No, it's not realistic. You understand? But I feel they can do more on it. There's more that they can do to it. It's not just about making these laws, but there needs to be some level of seriousness to implement these laws. Because when you make a law and you don't implement it, it's as good as not even saying it, because they say talk is cheap.
Yeah.
So what we really need is action, because let's just tell ourselves the truth. There's a brain drain in the educational sector. A lot of people don't fancy the educational sector anymore. There are a lot of people out there who could impact the educational sector meaningfully, but they're running away from it because they feel that the moment you are a teacher in Nigeria, you have been tagged a loser, a failure. If you just imagine a young man going to meet a lady, and the moment you ask him, what kind of job are you doing? You just say, I'm a teacher. So I have a friend who's not married because he's a teacher. Yes. Yeah, we need to change the narrative. That's what I believe in. Because they believe that teacher and student basically suffer. The teacher himself is suffering, his family is saying, what are you going to use to feed me? So I think we need to change that narrative. A lot needs to be done. I feel, just like you said, they need those in charge of the educational sector. They need it's an emergency. They need to really look into it.
Yeah,
because teaching is the oldest profession. If not one of the oldest, I feel it's even the oldest profession. We have to look into things clearly, because without teachers, we will have no engineers, we have no medical doctors. So if you have teachers who are doing a job when they are not interested, you could imagine what the society will turn out to become. You have the worst set of engineers, the worst set of medical doctors, because it's not when I have so much to give to you and I'm happy to give it to you that I will do it. If I'm not happy, definitely I won't be able to give you anything. I'll just be complaining all through in the classroom.
Yeah.
You see, teacher venting the frustration that the school is putting on the children.
Yeah, like how much are they even paying me? No.
I've had the case of a teacher telling the children that, come, I'm not going to teach you code today. They're not going to pay me my salary. So people can do whatever you want to. You can imagine how bad it is. You understand? So we need to change that narrative. Those in charge, this is an emergency. They really need to look into it. It's not about training teachers, but encouraging them. Where there's no encouragement, I believe you can never get the best out of people, because it's more like slavery. You're just living for nothing. See, but when there's some level of encouragement, you get the best out of people. So many teachers, you see, it's not like they don't like freedom. Like growing up there, my mom usually tells us that if you want to marry, get married to a teacher, because teachers have a lot of into a teacher, because the ladies, they have a lot of trying to look after the children. Yeah, but not anymore. But not anymore. Yeah. Because if you see the ladies that I've been teaching now, you begin to pity, how did you get yourself into the teaching sector? This whole thing is burning you out. You understand? So we need to really look into that.
All right. So I feel that talking about teachers' pay, we should know it's not only about the money, like that is the salary itself. I think schools should work on the welfare. So and not only welfare, there are policies. So I heard a story lately, and it happened recently. My brother-in-law was telling me about one of his relations. She's a teacher, right? So just because I think she didn't submit the lesson notes, and it's not like this person, even if the person had not been submitting, but for what I heard, she couldn't meet up. I think she had something that with the deadline, right? And because of that, the whole salary was seized. Tell me, how much is the salary? It's not up to 50,000. And then you have policies like they're paying peanuts when you come late, 1,000 being deducted. I'm not saying there should be no rules, but then what welfare are they putting in place to make teachers feel at home? So I taught for 19 years, right? And I only have 2 schools that I can really say that the environment was worker friendly, that you don't wake up and you're angry, right? So what can we say to these those in charge of making school policies or laws and the welfare? And I think PTA should also come in. Like they should advocate for teachers in their respective school.
Welfare package is something that is a must. To be embraced in all schools.
Yeah.
Because you teaching those children, if your welfare is not taken care of, you won't have the mind to even stay back. The welfare. When I'm down, you are not there to care for them. Not one does, are you not in school? Go and teach. No. The welfare goes a long way to build the school personality, so to say. Exactly. When the teacher has been taken care of, even leaving the school, the teacher might not want to even leave that school because it's being carried along, not just after the work per se, but its personal level. Our personal life is being considered.
See that empathy.
That thing is very important when it comes to the teaching environment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I may give an example now, if you are down and they will down, like, if you don't come to school for 3 days, this one will be deducted from you. They're not even bothered about your life.
Yeah.
What they're after is just their money. You're not getting money. And for you, they'll just stack it from there. So welfare should be something that every school should have a good welfare package. Not about the teaching, but the person that is bringing out those results should be taken care of in terms of the money being paid, care, when it's during, maybe it's during Christmas season, you should give to the person. Maybe having a party or something, or maybe
a challenge,
childbirth or whatever, anything.
I've put to bed. Yes, I experienced that also from my director.
Okay.
She called me. She bought some baby items.
That's it.
And also an envelope, and she
staff. So welfare shows that the management of the school is concerned about the teachers' well. No, some people they just feel if they paid you salary, they on every salary is every day. Yes, but welfare comprises of even when you are down. Mental health is concerned that mental health is very important. You lost someone, a loved one. There are some even on your birthdays, they celebrate you and all of that. So all of those things are important. Also, if not monetary, even words of mouth. You know, most of these management, they are quick to complain.
Mouth. You should get money the way that Daniel. The words of mouth, money added.
That's where empathy comes in. For them to have empathy, it goes a long way to show that yes, you care for this person. And they do empathy, that's if I'm just working just for working sake. So people should build that empathy. It's very important in your work.
Talking about empathy, so where I worked there for I think 11 years. So there was this time I had this challenge with my daughter, and I received so much love that even when I was about leaving, I didn't even know how to tell them. And on that very day, I shed tears because I felt loved. I could feel it. They showed it to me, and it was just so amazing. I would say in the whole of Nigeria, I've not seen a place like that.
11 years. For you to stay 11 years, you need that place is so known or as well. I mean, that place is heaven on earth, my brother. 11 years. I think if somebody can give you 10 years of their life, they've given you their life. Yes, I'm telling you, because it's very difficult. I always feel if I have a school, I will employ women because it's support from their husband. Women can easily stay.
But some of them, how long bring is to skip?
If the husband that they are married to are financially okay and there for them, they can just stay. If you come to where I work, it's only women that drive cars. It's only women that bring cars to work, and it's their husband. It's not very well.
So we are just trying to let us know that, or let the world know that this pay is really, really small. It's too small. There's need for an increment.
Yes, definitely.
Tell them the take home is very.
I think it doesn't really affect government schools. Yes, that more.
Yeah, doing better everywhere. It does in Nigeria.
But look, school is actually doing better now.
Yes. They are better in terms of the implementation of the minimum or there's room for more. Like for teachers, I think if not just the pay, there should be a housing scheme. Build house.
Say my thoughts.
Build just in a expand from around give teachers.
The city was out of my mouth. Because I know of a teacher who is struggling to pay his house rent. See, he went to the school for a loan. Something like they could easily deduct the money from his salary.
Yes.
He was shocked that the management of the school called him and was in. They told him that what is that he's asking for? That is not possible. I did not pay him salary. He should get out of our office and please, he should never even bring that issue up again. So you see, it is even struggling to pay for his house rent. Asking for a loan and he cannot even.
Not only housing.
Transport is even for transportation. Some of them don't have transport fare even.
Sometimes you see teachers trekking up and down. Like, you have to imagine as if they made an appointment to trekking.
That is why we are crying that this thing should be looked into. When teachers are well paid, they are well packaged, and you see the narrative will just change. It's running towards the teaching profession.
Currently, there are no good teachers again. They are becoming scarce.
Because they are leaving.
Yes, they are leaving. I'm about leaving.
You're about leaving?
Because I thought you had a passion for it.
I've done 4 courses, and what I do is that I teach, but I don't teach mathematics. I've dived into tech. I teach data analytics because I study statistics to creating visualizations using Power BI and Microsoft Excel and all. I teach people
mathematical knowledge, not paying the bills.
Yeah, so I apply my experience of teaching into tech also, because people just feel once you are teaching these basic subjects, you are not really doing enough. Meanwhile, without this mathematics, you can't really know Excel. you can't really know some of these things. So people are running away from the basics. If you go to schools, they pay early years less than they pay. You understand?
In some schools, there's a commute to that, right?
And it's very, very bad. It's very bad. I think teachers should be going home with 5, 6 zeros. What is wrong? If you are a teacher and you are a millionaire, everybody will run towards that profession, and you will have the best from it. When there's money, the group invested in it, yes. Education need to be invested in generally in Nigeria.
And when it's done, the professional dignity will even pop up, because you cannot pride like a teacher. But now most of us, we just like, are you a teacher? For you to say a teacher, you normally change it to educator. Nobody said I'm a teacher.
Educationalist.
Educator. That's how you just let it be like that. So we need to pride this our professionalism. It's a great one, but because the way it's being packaged, people are trying to run away from it.
Yeah, I just feel like we are reaching that late.
Telling the crowd who's a teacher among a crowd, you just point them out. You can spot the teacher out. Why? Me looking at the teacher's shoe. It's penny to that's a shirt.
Changing.
No, just saying that we're changing that.
No, so you have to change it. You have to build it to a level that it is welcome. And when you say it, you are saying to be confident. But sometimes you just like water it down. That's true. It's getting out of hand. We need to build that profession in a way that it is being admired by the other profession.
Yeah, and even by the world. That's why we're crying out to school owners and those the government.
It's top priority for the government.
It's top priority, but I think then another thing again, I feel the government also, they give the license to this private
teachers.
Yes, some private school owners, they treat teachers like slaves. I heard of one. You can imagine telling teachers, because they should come to do ushering on Sunday and pay tithes. The owner is, I think the owner's husband is a pastor. I heard that. I was like, it felt like, is this really happening?
Modern day slavery.
Modern day slavery. You show that kind of.
Submit your phone when you are going in at the gate.
What if there's an emergency?
Yes, there's someone that had an emergency and the person lost the mom due to that policy of the schools, and she had to resign after losing the mom.
You have to resign.
She couldn't continue working there. I said, I will not even try before losing anybody or anything. I will not take.
But in that aspect, is the policy of that school. But sometimes some teachers, as we're saying teachers, some teachers try to like go above the policy or go above the board, whereby they start using the phone. It's not to teachers, start using phone to get distracted. Now they could have a policy in that school whereby you meet with the receptionist, where they can call from home to get to you. Okay, that's another one. The distraction. So you have a policy where it will work for you better.
What if your phone is your office?
I was ready to go to that. Yes, sometimes some of these schools they want you to use and say this. And they don't AI and all that, and they don't provide data.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I've experienced that. I had to be using my own phone to download videos and then send to the system and all that. So, but then it boils down to policies. There are ways we can do this thing and it will work for.
I know some other country over there, their teachers are top priority where they are well paid. We can achieve that here in Nigeria. There are probably teachers in the world receiving in zeros, even in 6 zeros, more than that. In dollars. So why can't we do that? We have everything here to turn around the narrative of teachers in Nigeria. Because we have one mindset. Including
it's a very
do you understand that just this way they are. We can change it from this platform. I think we are going to do something more. Thank you.
All right, so I will call it a wrap. I want to start from Mr. Madi. Can you just say a word to those that needs to hear this, so we can change the narrative with this episode? Though we're changing
the next page should be what it should be increased, as in it should worth it. That's the word I want to use. It should worth it. Yes, worth it. Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Steve.
I think if we really want the best, we know what to do to get the best. It's not rocket science. We know what to do to get.
No what?
Rocket science.
Rocket science.
Maybe we are planning to fly an aircraft to Mars or a rocket to Mars like Elon Musk. We are not planning to. It's not rocket science. It's something that if you want the best, you know what to do to get the best. To stop hiding and trying to play hanky-panky. We'll keep doing that. We're only, in the long run, we'll get to find out that we only punished ourselves. So we should do the right thing.
we want this country to move forward, we need to invest in the educational sector and do it quickly.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel.
All right, yeah, they have said it all. We need to invest in our teachers and then pay them very well so they'll be encouraged. Thank you.
All right, if you are saying this, we'd like you to share your thoughts in the comment section. See you in the next episode. Bye for now.